Alright, let's see if you guys can hear me. And we'll recorder. Okay, so make sure you guys can hear me and all that good stuff. If the sound is too low or I'm not speaking up, just let me know. Otherwise, welcome to DominateDominion number 49. I will be your caster tonight. It's actually this Kha'Zix. Alright, so here we go. Okay, so we have, it looks like we're at round 2 of DominateDominion number 49, and we have Team Solobot versus B1tchez. B1tchez, I'm not familiar with that team, but Team Solobot, we have Black Dahlia, Sarahi, Urgot, Noob B3, and Valandum. And then on B1tchez, we have Wow Kitty, Mustache McGoo, King Guchu, and You're So Good Not, and Wonderbreed. So the chat ban should begin should begin soon, hopefully. We'll see what happens. They're already chat banned. Then casters are ready. Well, caster is ready. What were chat bans? Chat bans were Kha'Zix, Jayce, Jarvan, and Teemo. So the Jayce, Kha'Zix, very standard bans, have the potential to snowball very heavily. Teemo, big nuisance in the jungle, blaze down shrooms everywhere. Blind is really detrimental to bruisers that want to auto-tech your face off, like Jarvan, Xin Zhao, Jarvan is just really good in terms of his utility that he brings to a team, such as the AoE pop-up, plus the Damascene standard and his Cataclysm ultimate, locking people in for AoE comps. Also, just a good duelist in general, so very strong bottom laner. Let's get these blockers up here. Oh, I missed the blockers. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see if that does it. Huh? Totally got this. Alright, so we see the Amumu ban, which is another very standard ban. He just dishes out a lot of damage from his, just in general, a lot of AoE damage from Despair and Tantrum, on top of his AoE lockdown from his ultimate. So it's something you don't really want to deal with. Not to mention his passive is, I don't know who's on the DTT channel, but his passive is really good with just in general with casters. You see the Singe ban, just really annoying in general, runs around partying, and usually don't want to see that happen. So very strong bottom laner as well as Urgot. We're seeing the Urgot ban. Urgot is not as common. There aren't as many people that play Urgot at an appropriate skill level that warrant him as a ban, but still you don't want to leave him open, as he dominates a lot of bottom lane matchups, as well as his utility top lane, and his damage top lane is fairly strong. We see the Hecarim ban. It's not very often that you see the Hecarim ban, but often enough there are a lot of people who play Hecarim out there, and just his speed plus his AoE ult is just in general fairly good. So we're seeing the Nidalee and Kassadin bans. They're basically on the same level as Jayce and Kha'Zix, where you really don't want to see them on the enemy team. So we see the Nidalee ban as well as the Kassadin ban. And the first pick, Wukong, I think is a very good pick for Team Solobot here. They will most likely try to build an AoE team comp around the Wukong ultimate. And then C for, I guess it's Bitches and Cream, or B and C, we'll just refer to it. Yes, you have to pardon the quality of my streaming. Looks like they're gonna pick up Vi and LeBlanc here. Two very good pickups. LeBlanc, probably one of the highest burst assassins out there, and Vi, who is basically a really strong AD carry, or anti-AD carry, with her capability to get to the back line and suppress somebody for a couple seconds. Instead of LeBlanc, it looks like we're going to see a switch to Rumble, Rumble is not played as often as most other AP bruisers. You usually see Maokai or Elise for an AP assassin, or Diana for an AP bruiser, but Rumble's getting picked up here. And I think that's interesting. I think we should see a little bit more Rumble than we usually do. BNC is on the right and Team Solobot is on the left. In fact, the Rumble ulti will be interesting to see how they utilize a lot of his AoE that he gives with his Flamethrower or Flame Spitter and the Equalizer. It looks like for Team Solobot, they want to pick up both a Talon and a Lux, kind of hovering over those champions. Not sure if they want to pick those up. It would be interesting if they do pick up the Talon, because that would be two cloaking champions on one team. So, Lanterns and Hextech Sweepers will be a little bit more effective than usual against the Team Solobot. And we're seeing a Swain pickup instead of Lux there, which is Swain is one of the more popular AD or AP casters out there. More akin to a ranged bruiser than a ranged carry, like Lux is. Lux is more of a ranged carry than Swain is. Able to regen, particularly against a lot of the melee champions. Very strong against bruisers with his kiting potential from Decrepify and Neverboo, and his ability to just regen as they're trying to kill him. So I think Swain is a pretty decent pickup. Looks like B and C still looking to pick their two champions here. Hovering over Zillion and... ooh, they keep switching. Wow, a lot of switch there. I believe this is the first time that B&C has played in the tournament. I want to say we have a pretty large turnout today. We have about 20 teams currently. So we see a Karma and a Volibear pickup. A Karma is an interesting pickup since they don't have that much CC outside of the Volibear flip and Vault Breaker and Assault and Battery from Vi, like hard CC. So I'm not sure if they wanted to pick up the Karma there. She is really strong with the 3 bruisers that they have currently picked, so that'll be interesting. She can speed them up, shield them, heal them a lot. So I mean, the Karma pickup is very strong. I'm not sure if B and C really wants to have that many melee champions against Wukong and Swain though. So far, I would actually put this in favor of Team Solobot currently, just based on champions. But it's only a slight favor for Team Solobot so far. And we see on Team Solobot picking up, new V3 picks up Morgana, and Valandum on Sona. And so I think in general, if the opposing team has a support of some kind, you do as well want to pick up your support, pick up a support as well. Not to mention, Sona works really well with Wukong. If they can combine the ultimates, the full duration Wukong ultimate is extremely powerful if you get someone to sit there for the entire time. So Sona's ultimate can help that happen. And Morgana, I believe New B3 is going to take Morgana bottom, and he plays a really strong Morgana, some of the best Morgana play I've ever seen come the Crystal Scar. For B and C, we are picking up an Udyr. I haven't seen Udyr played in a tournament since the days of Jaja in Season 2, so this will be interesting. You can see their summoners that they have here as they load into... I guess I probably shouldn't have done that yet. I'm just going to put those back. Okay, so now that we're loading, you can see there's summoners here. So you see full suite of revives, with Team Solobot favoring Exhausts over any other summoner, Exhaust and Garrison over any other summoner. And on B and C we have a barrier. The barrier on Rumble is interesting. I think he kind of does need it because he's going to be in melee a lot, particularly with a lot of high burst champions like Talon and Wukong out there. The Ignite on Vi. Volibear has Ghost, which will help him close the distance with his Q, which I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called. And both Udyr and Karma both have the Exhaust there. Rolling Thunder. Thank you, Blandum. Yes, the Rolling Thunder plus the Ghost will make for a strong initiation should Volibear combine the two. In general, both teams have a lot of utility. I think that Team Solobot's team meshes a bit better in terms of synergies. So you have like the Wukong ultimate on top of the Sona ultimate for those types of engages. It makes for a strong counter engage. You have poke from both Sona, Swain, and Talon. And in general, Morgana is really hard to displace from bottom lane. She has enough sustain and kiting potential that I don't think if Udyr goes bottom, I think it'll be extremely difficult for him to do anything outside from stalemate the lane. So I think bottom will just be kind of two brick walls staring at each other for the most part. Both teams have a decent amount of support. Sona has a bit more AoE support. She gives out the extra damage and the extra resistances on top of the extra speed, whereas we have Karma healing people a bit with a bit more stronger healing and more shields as well. So we will see. Yes, again, that is an Udyr, so we'll see how he plays. Udyr he's not as strong as he used to be. I think the penetration changes has hurt him far too much. Out of all the bruisers, it just hurt him the most, I think. He just cannot survive late game damage anymore. So we'll see. We will see what happens. I'm kind of about to load into the game here. See if anyone has any fancy skins. Again, welcome to DominateDominion number 49. We are loading into round 2 of the games. So you can see we have a couple skins here. Team Solobot is sporting a couple of the oh, I forgot what it was. That was the Chinese New Year skins, so the Jade Dragon Wukong, the Gonquin Sona. I think the Dragon Blade Talon was a different thing. Lunar Revel. Oh, the Lunar Revel, that's what they call it. Well, we have B and C sporting Rumble in the Jungle. The rest of them have no skins whatsoever. But still, I mean, they still have a bear. Bears are pretty scary. Vi, you know, pretty, you know, steampunk chick. Wants to punch your face off. Karma, pretty awesome with those blades, those fan blades. I like the Rumble in the jungle skin, launching some pineapples from the sky. It'd be pretty sweet. You can see some neat effects. We have the Sinful Succulence Morgana, who is the bakery Morgana. So she wears an apron. I wish she threw out, like, gingerbread cookies instead of dark bindings. I think that'd be really interesting. And maybe she, like, I don't know. I can't think of anything else, but just change up the animations a bit. I know Morgana+Sona has a few changes. I think it's mainly the sounds that she makes are changed. Okay, so for everyone who's joining us, welcome to DominateDominion number 49. Team Red here that you see on the right side, we have B and C. We have Rumble on... we have Wukong on Rumble. Lasu Magoo on Vi. We have Wonderbread. I was like, that looks like something familiar. So it's Wonderbread on Udyr. King Gochu on Volibear. And You're So Good Not on Karma. And it looks like Karma might be going bottom here, which will be interesting. On the blue side, we have Team Solobot sporting Volandum on we have Black Dahlia on Wukong, Siraki on Talon, Earth Dead on Swain, New V3 on Morgana, and Volandum on Sona. You can see these two teams clash it up. So yeah, it does look like Karma is bottom. And in terms of builds, we have some very standard builds, except for the Rumble. Rumble has no boots whatsoever, which I think is going to be a small problem. I don't know if you can see here with the graphics, but he has 380 movement speed. Wow, that's pretty fast. No, 345. You have the 380 because of the Sona. Let me see. Yes, both. So top team is entirely melee for VNC. So I think it'll be rough once Swain hits level 6 and is able to catch them with his ultimate. They will need to burst him down, which they don't really have all that much burst outside of Frenzy from Volibear. You see, strong engage. Wow, Vi immediately blows up Talon and Swain there. Rumble getting chased away at very low health. Exhaust out on Udyr. Udyr trying to bear stance his way out of there. No such luck. The Never Move going to snare him. King Gochu saying, I'm just going to try and backcap this. Team Solobot stopping him just in time. Using Rolling Thunder to run away there. Team Solobot takes this very handedly there. Just B and C kind of went in one at a time and were picked off there. King Gochu trying to run away from the rest of Team Solobot. Meanwhile, at the bottom lane, we have Karma versus Morgana. Not much is going to happen there. Udyr getting tighted, using his tiger stance to try and deal some damage, and then turtle stance to get away. Wow, the damage from Wukong using decoy to get out of there. Yeah, you see the frenzy there from Volibear. Unfortunately, it gets blown up. Wow, damage output from both from Talon and Wukong there. Wukong picking up a double kill using the decoy to escape. Sona picking up the kill with the power forward, and Rumble trying to get that. Talon turns 6 just in time to activate his ultimate and pick up the Rumble kill. Very good job by Team Solobot. They're going to recall here to heal up a bit. The bottom lane, still we have 2 walls just staring at each other. Not much either can do currently. They're just farming up as you would bottom lane. We see a Haunting Guise pickup by Rumble there, which is pretty good. Flame Spitter deals about 300 damage at rank 5. So I mean, you want to get that Magic Pen because the base damage is so high. And it looks like BNC is making their way top lane here. They're all going to force tap it. There's a gank going on bottom on Karma. Karma died to Wukong there. They managed to get neutralized top though because of that. Unfortunately, Wonderbread is getting caught out by 3 members of Team Solobot. The Equalizer going down on top of the Crescendo. Ooh, Rumble picking up both Talon and Sona. Let's see, Swain going to go down to the storm-shielded Volibear there. So that's a very good equalizer by Rumble, able to dish out a lot of damage. He basically picked off this entire alleyway here with the equalizer, which was really good there by Rumble. We see Rumble having to go back and collect their mid again. It's like the never move gonna catch out Vi. Oh, that is not good for Vi. He immediately goes down to the Talon+Swain combo. Volibear is left all alone to protect his top tower. It looks like they're just gonna try and pick this up as much as possible. Volibear nomming a bit on Swain there. We're gonna try and alternate capping this. Looks like they're about to run out of mana here. Volibear at least picks up the Talon, so he gets some support efforts. Meanwhile, bottom lane, B1tchez managed to pick up the graveyard with help of Wukong ganks. Very unfortunate for Karma there. You see the team's trying to regroup here. B1tchez using his revive to try and stop Wonderbread from taking his tower there. 3 members of B1tchez are going to try and get this, all getting never moved. Very good job by Swain there, getting all 3, trying to make his way back to the tower. Volandum trying to help as much as possible to burst damage from both Volandum and Wukong there. Meanwhile, to just get back to their tower, the equalizer goes down, dishing out so much damage. And Volibear picking up both with his Thunder Claws. Meanwhile, Udyr is trying to solo Talon at mid. Talon exhausting out here, and Udyr having to retreat because of that. But that allowed them to get mid there. So very good job by B1tchez there. So far it's 2 points to 3. Let's see if B1tchez can hold out these 3 points for the time being. Volandum trying to slow down Udyr while the 2 of his teammates are kept there. Very good job by both Wukong and Talon taking turns capping there and killing Udyr. The Wukong ultimate and the crescendo there, the combo that I was talking about earlier goes down. Rumble going down immediately using the barrier to try and escape. No, it goes down to Sona there. Meanwhile, Talon gets trying to finish off Vi, and Volibear saying, can't really do much here, so he's just gonna run away and fight another day there. Meanwhile, again, Morgana trying to push Karma into the bottom tower, trying her best, but again, not much you can do. Karma has decent clear, as does Morgana. Not much dueling power between the 2 of them. Meanwhile, mid, a little bit of fighting going on over the Storm Shields. Both teams are just kind of sizing each other up, see what they can. B1tchez is going to try and get a wraparound here. Actually, Udyr is going to go for their mid, and he actually might get a neutralize off here. Meanwhile, Swain is getting caught by both Volibear and Rumble. Gets bursted down there by the Frenzy, and a little bit of help from Rumble there. Meanwhile, Talon is saying, well, we have a man down, so we're going to go to their mid. The teams are heavily spread out there. Black Alley should escape if he can. Getting dunked by Vi and Udyr. Meanwhile, Sona ganked bottom and with Morgana's help killed Karma there and managed to take the graveyard, while Talon just backtapped the drill from B1tchez. So fairly spread out, not the usual type of Dominion game that we're seeing. Talon using his ultimate there to escape. Very good job by Talon. Just basically delaying a few members of B1tchez. Meanwhile, he makes his way bottom to get some help to help out Morgana there. And the Dark Binding lands, but Morgana is still alive from the shield. Ooh, Sona picking that up. She almost escaped with that shield there. So very good job by Sona. Unfortunately, missing that snare is going to mean death for Morgana, yeah. But with Swain and Sona there, Rumble and Volibear are just going to have to back off. Wukong just trying to hold off the Udyr. Udyr using Tiger Stance there. The crit! Wow, that was a lot of damage onto Udyr there. Udyr, not the most tankiest of builds. They have having a little trouble with Wukong's Ghost Blade and Tabi there. So this is what I was talking about here. You can see Swain just hiding two melee champions and Karma, and so he's just running around using his ultimate to the best effect that he can, and he held off 3 people from 1 point. He almost killed 2. The equalizer going down, and he's going to go down to Rumble, finally. It took 4 people to remove Swain from that point there, because 2 of them were melee, and Swain loves to play against melee champions there. So overall, good job there by Swain. Looks like Team Solobot still taking the lead here, 390 to 233, and ticking for B&C. Again, we basically see the teams reposition themselves for some more engagements here. Looks like they're going to try and re-engage at the windmill here, sizing each other up. The Wolves are just going to dive right onto Talon with the Wukong ult to save Talon there. Talon going down to Udyr. A dive again, getting dunked by Vi there. Volibear getting down so low and picked up by Wukong. The decoy tricking Vi enough that Wukong manages to kill her there. Yeah, so overall, those dives are not going very well, and I missed that. I missed the Swain coming up from the side here. It's a very good job by Swain. You can see that Sona's going for a standard support build. She has Aegis. She picked up an early Sheen, so she has a little bit more burst damage. Other than that, fairly standard support. Wow, the never move going down, and Rumble's going to get bushwhacked there, which is very good for Team Solobot. Rumble has to use the revive there. Vault Breaker picking up both Sona and Swain, but Sona using the crescendo to escape there. Meanwhile, bottom lane, we see Volibear go down to both Talon and Morgana. Karma trying to help them out top lane instead. You can see Wukong picking up the Udyr kill, picking up the Karma kill for a double kill, trying to juke as best he can back to the tower, cannot do it. Exhaust going down to Vi. Sona going down to a excessive force by Vi there. That'll give B and C the quest. Talon gonna pick up the Vi kill there, giving assist to Sona. Might go down to Rumble there, and he does. The Flame Splitter damage is extremely powerful. It deals 370 base damage, actually, it looks like, instead of 300, which is fairly high. It looks like Udyr is going to back cap instead of going for the his own point there. Morgana trying to survive as best he can, getting the full Morgana ultimate there, stunning both, trying to stall for as long as possible, getting chased off by Karma. He's trying to use the Tormented Soil there to stall for as long as possible. So his 2 teammates going to come here. The Nimbus strike out from Wukong there is able to chase off Volibear, and it looks like poor Karma is caught all alone. Wow, the critical strike from the crushing blow demolishes Karma there. Swain just being kind of a cheeky fellow here, using his range skills to fight off Vi. It looks like both Talon and Swain are just going to keep Vi away from Windmill. Meanwhile, bottom lane, B&C trying to get their bottom point back. The crescendo stalling out, stunning both Volibear and Udyr. Volibear trying to make something of this. The equalizer going down, the frenzy bite onto Sona. Sona picks it up with the Morgana snare there. Both running away from the Rumble, who has a taste of blood in his mouth. Another snare, really good snares there by Morgana, and the pickup from Morgana and Sona. Very nice job, very good teamwork from both players there. Meanwhile, B&C trying to make something happen here. 348 to 75 and ticking. They need to take a point or at least neutralize something. Again, Udyr getting kited by Swain. Meanwhile, Talon chasing off Vi, Swain exhausting, and Talon killing Udyr there, and Wukong coming up from behind and picking up the Vi there. Meanwhile, we have another jungle fight. Looks like B&C are just trying everything that they can on both sides. We have Karma trying her best to take out bottom point. Volibear about to backcap here, and we have 2 trying to protect the bill. Unfortunately, I think that they have the projectile to dove here, and they do. The burst damage from both Talon and Sona there is enough to take out Vi. Udyr and Rumble trying to hold this as best they can. I think the minions are going to neutralize this, though, if they keep pushing. Meanwhile, Udyr taking a lot of harass there, down to a quarter hit point. They favor this engage there. The Talon burst taking up Udyr and Rumble. Very nice job. Meanwhile, Volibear was soloed by Wukong, and Karma actually did manage to neutralize this bottom swing. If that snare had landed there, that Karma would have been dead. So this is going to be interesting. If Morgana can land a snare here, she most likely can kill. That should be, this very nice job by Karma, surviving just a little bit longer with the shield, and then the death, or the killing blows by Talon there. So it looks like, again, some more fighting over the Storm Shield. Udyr takes up the Storm Shield. Sona just hiding them a bit with the help of Talon there. Looks like they're going to try and retreat back to the windmill. Meanwhile, Assault and Battery onto Talon. Talon uses the ultimate to escape that. Crescendo goes down to both Volibear and Vi. Udyr trying to do as much as he can. It looks like he's going to get snared by Swain there. And it's just general mass destruction by Team Solobot there. But again, Morgana gets neutralized by Karma, and I don't think there's much she can do there. She'll need some help unless she manages to land a snare. The slow down by Sona there. Miss. Oh, the Dark Bind just hit! It was the edge of its range, I believe. You see Volibear trying to kill Swain. Meanwhile, mid getting neutralized off the Wukong Cyclone, dealing out so much damage alongside Talon's Shadow Assault. Just all that AoE demolishing those 2 champions there. Meanwhile, Volibear is trying to get away from Swain. I don't think it's possible because of the help of Sona there. They're going to tag team this, and Volibear's passive keeping alive for the time being. Sona finally picks up with a power forward. Rumble getting soloed out there by Talon's damage, and that is game. Very strong showing by Team Solobot, 329-0. Talon and Wukong there, dishing out a lot of damage, as well as Sona. You kind of see the damage graphs here. Overall, you can see that the damage is spread out throughout the entire team. That's something you want to see. You don't want to see one champion that has like a huge damage boost. Kind of like, you see how the Rumble here has the most damage considerably compared to his teammates. That's something that you generally don't want to see, because it means you're relying on that champion far too heavily. And so if that champion died, then that was it. You lost basically your only source of damage. And so we have the you have Volibear and Karma and Vi, who dealt a decent amount of damage, but it's still not enough. You want it to have a little bit more spread out.